And then I opened the space, and I think there's a story that if you like a friend of ours, and then you listen, then I wanted to say there's a tweet that I made of which the space that I opened earlier somehow was supposed to be about that, but then it didn't matter, right?
Yeah.
And then you all know what's today on the 19th, right? This is what I
Yes.
actually wanted to talk about. And then on the 19th, then I went to court, right?
Yes.
I did. And then I did, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then it was fine. And then there was obviously from when the journalists like showed up out of the blue and whatever, and then that was fine. I didn't know that there was gonna be like journalists and whatever. And
Mm.
then I got to court late. I did. That was last month. I was so late. I was so fucking late. I was okay. Doesn't matter what I was doing. I'm not gonna say that. But and then I got to court late. When I got there, and then I could feel like a different vibe when I walked in. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Like everybody's just looking at me and looking, and I'm just like minding my own business. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? But the energy, the vibe.
Yeah.
And then when I get there, and then my lawyer pulled me on the side, my legal aid lawyer.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why, Tommy. I'm not
Mm.
a stupid bitch. Listen, stick around. At least there's a few of us here. I'm gonna tell you all shit. If you're recording me, we're gonna have several problems. I'm gonna take a screenshot of all these people that are sitting here. But just listen, I'm giving you all stories, and this is an exclusive for the 10 of us, and it doesn't matter. So anyway, and then I get there, right? I'm like, okay, I'm going. And then when I walk in, I'm like, okay, fine. Then my lawyer pulls me on the side, like, okay, Musa, there is media. I'm like, media? What are you talking about, media? And she's like, no, there's media. Just, I'm like, okay, cool. And then I go there. By the way, let's get to the thing that my case hasn't been discussed. It's not even close to being discussed. So the media people, they're wasting their time. Anyway,
Mm.
we're not there. So we talk, and then I get there. I get my next date, which was the 19th. That's the only thing they could get. The 19th was like, what, the day before yesterday. And
Yeah.
then I went there again, right? Okay, at the time, listen to this, Chomi. At
Mm.
the first time they showed up, I wasn't expecting them. I didn't know anything, like literally. So that was fine. But now, when they showed up, like, of which they did. Okay, this time I was like, then I'm not gonna be late. I'm not gonna pull like my stance and do all this funny shit that I normally do. I'm gonna be early. I'm just gonna be a good citizen, right? And
Yeah.
then I showed up on time, and I did, and then that was fine. So, and then, okay, then we waiting, and then it was just like, I don't know, there was just so much delays, and so much was just happening. Because then I thought if I show up there, put me in, give me my next day, tell me whatever I need to do, then let me out, right? And then
Yeah.
that's not what was happening. Then we was just like waiting so long till that fat bitch, till that motherfucking fat bitch. Tommy,
Mm.
who the fuck are these journalists? Where the hell do they work? Because I don't know them. Do they work for News 24, City Press?
Hey,
Where
Johnny,
the
like
fuck are these people?
when I just go on my Facebook, when I have to go daily sunny, very charges for social media, what the. Hey,
Where?
Tommy, you unaldi hawks, Tommy, unaldi hawks, and when
Tommy,
people are like,
let me
listen,
tell you, when you say Daily Sign, you're probably not wrong. Tommy,
hmm,
that bitch, she is so old. That mama, that I'm not lying, she
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
so old. She is so old. Unamashubaba. I'm like,
Yibo
but
vari vele
Tom,
la bathanda indaba vele.
Tommy, let me tell you. Then the first time, and then she was there. Okay, let me tell you what happened the first time for those
Mm.
that. Then the when they went, then I got the showcation, right?
Yeah.
And then I am getting the showcation. Okay, they're like the journalist and whatever. I'm like, okay, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So then Then I got my next date for the 19th. And then I was supposed to come out. This is last month. We're gonna come to. I suppose we all have insomnia, so we can listen to stories. So I'm gonna tell you all
Yeah.
stories. So that's fine. And then, hey, then now I need to come out of the court. Obviously, then I got my next date. I'm like, okay, then I.
Hi, SR Squad. If you have been around, you would know that there's a video I uploaded not so long ago of Musa Khawula literally admitting, you guys, that he really did murder Wandile. And I will link up the video on the top right or left, but I don't know which side, but you will definitely get a link. Anyway, you guys, Musa Khawula claims that Wandile was abusive, and on that particular day, he didn't have a choice, honestly. It was a matter of him coming out alive and Andile being the dead one, or Andile coming out alive and Musa Khawula being the dead one. So he claims that this guy was so abusive, and yeah. But anyway, you guys, the thing is, that time when I was listening to him, I honestly thought it didn't click. It didn't click, honestly. I just felt like, okay, maybe it's just bluffing. I don't know, man. Something just didn't click. But the fact that now he admits that he is going on trial, it's an ongoing trial, because courts will be postponing cases a lot. So he is going that trial now, and it's just so crazy, honestly. You guys, do comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this whole thing? It's just so crazy, and I really wish like to hear what really happened, because Wandile's sister claims that Wandile and Musa Khawula were not even in a relationship. So it was a thing of Musa Khawula was literally forcing himself on Wandile. Like, he wanted to have Wandile for himself, but unfortunately Wandile was already married with another woman and a kid. But we don't know which one is true. We don't really know what really happened. So it's just so crazy. I find this really crazy. It's like a movie, you guys. It's like it's like I'm watching a movie, you know? I'm just so sad that Twitter cut him while he was speaking. So I just wish we had more of what really is going on in his life, because he is already known. So we are also interested in knowing what's really going on with Musa Khawula, and hearing his story more than when he talk about other people is just so interesting as well.